She's
Hi,
already
Kasifa.
Halo Kak
Halo
Siva.
Kak Siva.
Halo Kak Siva.
Hi, Kasifa. How are you doing?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm also like, to be honest, no.
How was it today's season?
Ooh,
great.
it's tangible, Kak.
It's
To be
heated as well.
Great.
So what you have been doing, Kak?
Baru Kak Siva.
Hello.
How's your
So
day?
this will be streaming on YouTube. You can rewatch it or only live.
You can rewatch it, I believe, if you have the link.
Okay. Can you share me the link later?
Yes, we will send the link later.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
The link is in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, it's already the link of the YouTube streaming.
Yeah, it's in the WhatsApp group.
Teh Indah,
Yes.
when will be announcing the Sandia again?
Oh, okay. For the announcing the Sandia one, you can like state like, hey, we have the official partnership because like ODMUN is an MUN that base for like like helping instead of just like a free MUN. Like they can like actually donate for this Sandia stated one because the money will be given to the Rohingya refugee in Aceh, Indonesia. So
Well, I mean,
like
in what after the what agenda is it like after?
okay, so maybe can you like do the slides, go to the next slide? It will be like the third slide or the fourth slide.
What we are saying here is
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That one, the previous
Oh,
one.
sorry. I need to change my name, right?
Yes, Kak.
Okay.
That is the one about the partnership, yeah, Arya.
Okay, so it's kind of in the beginning.
Yes, you can. It's after the rules. So you guys reading the rules first about like how to give the questions to Kak Siva later. Oh yeah, by the way, Fiba, who's going to be the one that collecting the questions from the YouTube?
It's supposed to be Aditya or somehow, but somehow they are not responding.
Oh, yes. So can you
I'm sorry. It is going to be my name and underscore speakers, right?
Yes, Kak.
Okay.
So yeah, Fiba, can you do the collecting the question stuff?
Yeah, absolutely, sure.
Yeah, so Helen will be like the one on Instagram, Pirelli will do the moderator, Wibi will be the screen sharing, Elaine will be the one that YouTube. Yeah, basically that is that. And later on, like Vanessa and Arya can like say that, hey, that's the bank account if you want to like donate. Okay. Wait.
Timekeeper jadi siapa?
I'm not really sure, honestly. Who is it, Fiba?
Since nobody is available anymore, I will multitask. Bakal timekeeper juga sama nyari buat PIC question. Tapi kalau misalnya Nur Hussi is already available here, Nur Hussi is going to be the timekeeper.
Guys, by the way, it's already live stream, yeah. Something.
Is this live?
Yeah, it's already live.
Oh, okay.
If you want to say anything, you can say it on the WhatsApp. Okay. And maybe while we are waiting, we still have 30 minutes to go. Maybe someone like play music or something.
I can play music? Wait.
I actually dig the songs that you play yesterday. It sounds cool.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Oh my god, I cannot with the madam.
Host, can you like make the multiple screen sharing?
Okay, give me a sec.
Wait, so from before, there's like no disruption to the presentation at all, right? Like it didn't change tabs or anything, right?
No, I already compile every PowerPoint from Kasifa and from like us, and then from the wording, it's already been compiled. So basically, like you can just like go next if you want.
No, I mean like there's no interference, right? Kaya nagaganti tab line gitu.
No. It's already like compiled for everything. It's just like one PowerPoint.
Danke.
Going to
Fraulein Linda.
What? Okay, guys. Vanessa, can you play music? Thank you.
Share computer sound. Honeybee enak sih.
If you want to like go to the next slide, just WhatsApp me, alright? So that you don't have to like say it, or
I think the MC can just like say it next. It will be alright. Vanessa, you can play the music.
Suara nggak ada?
No.
Wait, give me a sec.
By the way, they haven't like shared it to the people, so it's fine. The previous conversation, it's not like.
What the? Okay.
Who moaned earlier? I'm sorry, what?
I'm not gonna judge. There is excitement.
guys, it's live. Let's keep it there. It's live. Sorry. Okay,
there
please,
sound
anyone?
Is there sound?
No sound.
How about now?
No. Girl, your music is like kalah.
Sama kita ya, harus pakai Spotify. We have to use this Spotify application instead.
So how is it?
You can go to the screen, share screen, and then go to the advanced, and you can just straight up screen share even the voice. Jadi di pojok kiri bawah ada yang share audio juga, bisa kok.
Yes, biasanya tuh di bawahnya ada share computer sound as well.
Ini double sharing, makanya nggak bisa. But we can choose mau dengerin lagu dari Vanessa atau mau yang mau lihat slide ini.
Oh, dari ini aja, mending dari Wibi. I will give you the link of my playlist, Wibi.
What? Wait, so if you screen share, like, will the sound also like come out?
So yeah, should have been.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
I will happily share my playlist because I have pride in this playlist. I really like this one. Even a delegate asked this playlist. I'm like, you guys are too much.
Oh, wait.
You're lucky that your delegate asked for your playlist. My delegate was worried about my mental state because of my playlist. 3 of the delegates page.
Tell them, babe. Tell them about your time.
Oh wow! So my playlist is quite depressing, and the delegate were like, "Why the song is so depressing in UNSC? This is so contradicting."
Well,
actually, no, it's UNSC. It's
UNSC. It's because UNSC.
It's always
depressing. It's always depressing. So yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just said this is my playlist.
Well, guess what? I'm a UNSC girl. No, you know why I'm a UNSC girl. It's very
not
fitting.
UNSC girl, UNSC diva. That's for sure.
Guys, it's already like okay. Please.
Okay,
what are you, Kak, right now, Kak?
Okay, you can go into your character right now. You can start acting again.
No, I don't.
I'm having a conversation with Kasifa, guys. Rude. Kasifa.
Hey, yeah.
Where are you, Kak?
I'm in cafe right now because I just, I have another work to do, but I need to go back to Jakarta. But yeah, for you guys, I'm stopping by in one of the city on my way back to Jakarta. Yes.
Where are you briefly?
Yes, it's okay for you guys. I'm in Cirebon right now.
Oh, really? Ooh,
yes, on my way back to Jakarta.
Far.
Yes, on my way back. Yes, on my way back. Jakarta, yeah.
Can we have a tour or something?
So what time we're going to start?
We're going to start in 7 minutes.
In 7 minutes. Okay, great.
Yeah.
You
Guys,
can
guys,
hear
ada yang
my
punya.
you guys
Oh,
can hear my voice clearly, right?
Yes, we can hear
Okay.
you
We can
loud
hear
and
your
clear.
voice clearly, Kak.
guys, ada yang punya Spotify Premium nggak?
I'm broke, sorry.
I've
punya
got Spotify
Spotify.
Premium. If you guys need.
No, Kak, it's fine. Ugh.
If you need premium Spotify, in the end, I have to screen share it.
Yeah.
So how
Kan
about you? Do we need song for now? If we do so, it's going to be a good interlude. But
I've been asking for the music since 30 minutes ago.
okay, maybe is it okay if I stop your screen share for a while?
Ya. Nanti tuker aja.
Okay.
Oh, it's still streaming live. Okay.
But like maybe stop the music in like 18:28, which is like 2 minutes before the event.
Excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna have to grab my.
Okay, finally, thank you. Vanessa.
Yes.
We're going to start soon, so maybe like stop the music and give the PowerPoint screen sharing to Weeby. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Wait. Can you all see the screen share?
Yes, we can see them.
Yes, we can.
All right.
We got UNICEF chairs, ILO, CSW. What else? UN Habitat, Bandung Conference. Still need NATO, UNSC, and the rest of the council.
Can y'all hear external sound from the presentation, or is it only the presentation?
No.
Okay.
I don't hear anything. All good.
Oh, good.
Okay, if this is already complete, maybe we can start now. And guys, please stay muted. Yeah, thank you.
We are starting now. Yep. MC, you may open the event.
Okay, wait, I'm very sorry, give me a sec while I check on the schedule. Just, to make everything perfect and clean. Okay.
All right. So should we start?
Yep, I am more than ready right now.
Okay, so hi everyone, welcome back again. You see us, welcome to our closing ceremony online distancing MUN 3.0. With me again, the most handsome master of ceremony, Arya Dika, and
I am Vanessa Morty, and I am master of ceremony today as well.
woo. So you guys probably already see us being rapporteuring in some of councils such as ARF and OIC as well. So please guys.
Well, maybe you guys are already bored of our faces as well since yesterday. I don't know. Give me a sec. Is it just me or my fellow Arya is having problems with his audio?
It is. I am having problem. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are, and also you're very
okay. Wow.
nice.
You go. That's online thingy. It happens. So yes. How are you feeling, Miss Vanessa?
To be very honest, quite exhausted. Like a little, kind of tired. Not at the rate of exhaustion, but I had so much fun today. So in the console that I helped with me being reporter there. So there was some particular people bombarding the council, Ooh. Do you know who it is?
Ooh, wow, that's really interesting. In my council, there are a couple delegates who are singing, right?
Wow.
I mean, there's a couple like boy and a girl, like they were so cute, and then they sang like a whole new world. It was really made my day. But I hope you guys, all of the delegates, are having fun as like Miss Vanessa and me. So I mean that's the point, guys. Like MUN is having fun, and then like right now you guys will achieve the end of our conference, which is there will be awarding sessions. Probably some of you guys are waiting for it. So best of luck. Finger crossed. Hopefully this will be the one. But like regardless you receive an award or not, you're still an amazing person that tried new things in your life, such as doing MUN conference itself.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. I'm pretty sure even though I was being a reporter, I also learned a lot today. And I thought and that gives me the fun as well and the thrill. So I hope the same for everyone in here.
Yeah, so probably right now, Miss Vanessa, we shall proceed to our first agenda of the closing ceremony.
Oh, but before that, I think we have to remind some people here about.
Ooh, what is it?
Maybe should we remind it now or after we read the rules?
Oh, probably after we read the rules then. So,
Okay.
Weeby, please, next slide. All right. So would you please read the rules, Miss Vanessa?
Okay, more than pleasure. So for the rules in this closing ceremony, delegates are obliged to stay active, definitely. And then for delegates that want to ask questions, they can send it via the comment section with the format that is listed there, council_country_question. And then don't forget to avoid asking personal or non-subject related questions during the webinar. Ask the speaker if either he or she is single or not later. That is like a whole new time, a whole new moment. And then keeping the manners in the comment section. Don't forget to be kind, guys. And then avoid spamming the comment sections with something that is irrelevant with the webinar. So stay in the topic.
All right. Thank you so much. Would you please give it the reminder that you guys were just talking about, Miss Vanessa?
All right, that's true. So maybe some people here remember our first webinar. We were in collaboration with Sandia Institute, which was a very exciting thing. So don't forget that we are having donations. There is a collaboration with Sandia Institute. Can you show us the next slide? It is listed on the next slide. Is it there?
Weeby, next slide, please.
Okay, so this is our official partner, which is the Sandia Institute. Sandia Institute is a center for peace and human rights, focus and mainly they're going to use this donation to help refugees in Indonesia by helping them educate them, by helping them adapting, and by helping them with whatever necessities they need. So maybe if anyone have some extra couple kachings in their wallet and would like to do a good favor, you may screenshot it now. You may screenshot it now, or you can ask one of the committees if you are missed on the information. But as listed there, you can have the donations there.
All right. Thank you so much for Sandia Institute as well for become our official partnership on this online distancing MUN 3.0. Don't forget to donate, guys.
Yeah.
So yes, we probably should proceed to our first agenda. Not like the first agenda, the next agenda, like in this closing ceremony. So it's not only for the opening ceremony, you have an amazing speaker for the webinar as well. There will be one and only amazing speaker in this closing ceremony as well. Well, right now we just got information that this speaker is currently in the Interpol office, which is like wow. I mean, one of my dream as well to work with some of the councils from the United Nations itself. So if you guys do want to try just not the modern one, but like the real United Nations conference thingy, you should probably listen to the webinar. So next slide, please. All right, so we also have the moderator for the webinar. Miss Vanessa, would you please introduce our one and only moderator?
Yes.
Beautiful as well.
More than glad. So our moderator today, she is Miss Perling Lim. She is the Vice President of the Public in the Titanium Toastmasters Club. Very interesting. You can see a lot of her experience revolves around public speaking, which is very nice. Yes, tangible. Say it louder, Jose. Say it louder from the back. And then she's also the second winner of the public speaking competition in the Indonesia Leadership Squad. Wow. And Arya, can you imagine she's also the founder of ODMUN?
Yes. Oh my God. Can you believe it? In such a young age, Perling has the founder of the ODMUN, which is like has so many delegates as online distancing MUN as well. She's also the head chair of UNHRC Pacific Congress, and she was the director general on the last editions of the online distancing MUN 2.0. So there's no dedications can beat as Perling, right? Like in such a young age, like, and she's still high schooler. Without further ado, Perling Lim, the floor is yours.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction to our two amazing MC for today. So, hi, good evening, good morning, or good afternoon to you guys, depending on where you are. My name is Perling, and I'll serve as moderator of today. This session will consist of two sections, which is the webinar session and the Q&A session. So if you have any questions, like our MC said, there's a format for you to follow and just drop your questions. And later on, I will pass your questions to our speaker. So without further ado, let us invite our very special speaker for today. Can anyone please proceed to the next slide? She is the awardee of the Catholic Kwandong University Scholarship. She's also the liaison officer of the UN High-Level Meeting SCOPTB Board in Indonesia. She's also the former individual consultant in UNDP Indonesia, speechwriter for Indonesia Ministry of Health in UNGA, and also an intern in Indonesia Embassy in Seoul, South Korea. With such achievement, she is more than credible to share with you guys what you guys want to know. Without further ado, let's invite our speaker for today, Ms. Siva Anggita Maharani. Ms. Siva Anggita Maharani, the floor is yours.
Okay, good afternoon and evening, delegates of the online distancing model United Nations. And it's really nice to virtually meet you guys in this platform. And thank you, Ms. Sperling, for introducing me. I would like to say thank you for having me. And it is such an honor for me to be able to speak and share of some of my experience working in NGO and international organizations. And I hope you guys will find it useful and as a little guide for your future planning. And my name is Siva, and currently I'm working as an officer that was hired by the Global Fund and Ministry of Health to give assistance on the public health program planning and analysis in Indonesia. If you guys curious, the Global Fund is the international funding organization. It's non-profit organizations that was mainly funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation that focus on public health, particularly on elimination AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. So let me get started with how the skills that you guys learn. Maybe you can share my presentation. Sorry, who's responsible for the presentation?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started with how the skills that you guys learn and obtain in this model United Nations could later help you in your future endeavor. So next slide, please. Okay, so first and foremost is the diplomatic skills. Refer from the book of the New Public Diplomacy and how soft power in international relations. Diplomatic practice today not only deals with transformations in the relation between states, it also impacted on the ordinary individual. And it turns out that the wider the target, the harder it is. Through this model United Nations, I hope that everyone could sharpen your diplomatic skills on how you persuasively bring your idea to the floor and take the forum to not only understand it, but also agree for it. Therefore, all of you need to have an analytical reading skills, which will help you on your diplomacy skills. In this case, for example, for those studying international relations students, they should be able to learn on every topics and issues and comprehend all of issues, whether it is security issues, food issues, environment issues, or even health issues into a strong position for each country. And those who majored in other fields, your experience in this MUN, such as speaking, negotiation, drafting skills, could be very useful for you when you raise the issue of your particular field, whether it is nationally or globally. So next, please. Now I'll share you some of my experience. My first model United Nation was on Istanbul Model United Nation that was placed in Turkey. It was year 2011. I was a sophomore in college, and that was my first MUN. I was the first student that was sent on international conference from my university. That was also my first experience. So it's quite burdensome. Since I have no experience, I just like nervous all the time. But thankfully, I was made it alive and overcome my anxiety. And since that time, I decided that I will keep going to hone my skills and decided to follow my career in this field. Year by year, I keep practicing, join almost every MUN held in my country, and some of the MUN overseas, and got full-time experience as a chair as well. Then I graduated. After graduation, just like all the fresh graduated students in the rest of the world, anxiety, insecurity, exciting, all those feelings kicks in. After waiting around half of a year, I was got called from the local NGO in South Korea. The NGO was focused on education. That's quite far from what I studied during my university year. I was studied transnational crime. I focused on that things. And during my year working in NGO in Seoul, South Korea, my research skills, when I learned it during my MUN years, while I'm making a position paper, was quite resourceful. And then after that, I got accepted as a communication intern for the international hosting in the World Food Program, the UN bodies that focus on giving food assistance other than FAO, of course. And then during this time, my drafting skills were such an asset for them. And then I got accepted as a public health consultant in job that is quite far from what I learned during my university year. I need to handle the public health issue. But thanks to skills I obtained during my 4-year MUN, I get used to learn any issues. Then public health issues is just an issue that I need to dig deeper for me to get my work done. And now, when I worked with the Minister of Health in Indonesia, my drafting skills is such quite an asset that led me to the real country position drafter and bring those drafts to the real negotiation and international meeting. All of this was thanks to my skills that I was obtained during my MUN years, that even though I never obtained any best delegates, best paper, or any honorable mention or anything, but I never give up and keep learning, hone my skills, and all those efforts were paid off. Next slide, please. Then, what should we do when something hasn't not turned out well? Like maybe you want to give up, you think that you are not good enough now, or you feel less than your peers. Just don't give up and keep going. Next. Because myself, as an ambitious and very target-oriented individual, I actually really understand that we all in here want to be the best, want to have a success and achievement as much as we can, as young as possible. But we should look back at ourselves, contemplate that we cannot try to climb higher than we can unless we are ready. So then how to make ourselves ready? Next slide, please. First is we need to go with our passion. It's okay if you still can't decide it, but along with the time, you have to find it and follow it. Be bold about it. Never let anyone bring you down when you talk about your passion. Your passion matters and it's important for you. And second, you have to work with integrity. You have to be responsible. And sometimes behind the success comes a sacrifice. For me, I sacrifice my me time since I have to hustle on everything, on working, study, networking, gaining experience, social life, do the volunteer work. Sometimes I get back at my cribs at 1 a.m., sleep for only 3 hours, then ready to work my ass off again. And third is experience. Try as much as experience as you could. From doing the social work, researching, internship, even traveling. And I want you to make that experience count. Because every experience you've done, you need to write it out on how those experiences will bring advantage to your future planning. There will be no specific experience. There will be no such like one experience will be like better than other experience. Every experience matters. Even your, meditation experience, your time spending enjoying art, that could matter too. And the fourth, as we all know, maybe you get bored to be tell about it, it's about the networking. Networking is the key. Try make friends as much as possible. Mingle with your professor, your intern supervisor. You need to like maintain a good relations with everyone, but never lose yourself. You need still to be yourself. Lastly, decisive. You need to know as soon as possible what you really want in your life. I know it's quite hard. I've been struggling to looking for it too when I was in your age, but with the experience you gain, the stories you hear from your mentor, the book you read, the journal you learn, everything will take you there. Therefore, for me, the more, the merrier. So you just like, experience more, like hear stories more, read book more, and etc. And next slide. And that's enough for me. I don't want to give you like more or anything that maybe kind of boring things. I want you to be more actively. Maybe you can send me a question that what you really want to ask, like what the things that you really want to know, and I could give a little advice that will be related to your case. And from my presentation earlier, I hope you guys find it useful. And it's really nice to meet you here. And I know it's very unfortunate that we couldn't meet in person, but I believe we will cross paths soon. So you guys need to work your ass off and chase the dream. And thank you, everyone. And over to you, Pearlie.
All right, that was a very insightful experience and also stories that we can really derive from you, Miss Sifa. All right, there's a lot of your stories that is very attractive to me, and I would like to know more about it. Most of,
Sure.
especially youngsters, some of us are not gifted with that endurance if we fail a lot in Model United Nations or some others, we have the tendency to stop doing the thing. What keeps you going? Even you said that you few times ahead you never want an achievement, but what keeps you going from there?
For me, because I already decided what I really want to do, what I really want for me in my life. That's what keeps me going. And even though I never get anything like achievement, maybe I keep comparing to my peers, which got maybe a better achievement, already got sometimes I also felt that insecure things kicks into me that maybe this is not my way. But I have those, because I'm such an ambitious and target-oriented person and individual. So I have decided I really want this for my life. I already decided from my sophomore year, for my first year in my university. So even though there might be ups and downs to achieve those things, I think that things that I've decided this for me. When you have those things, that will keep you going. How many times you keep failed when you have decided that you are going to do this? Yeah, you will just keep going to do it, and you will achieve it somehow. And those efforts will pay off. Believe me, when you feel like you want to give up right now, don't give up. Really, don't give up. But don't also just, you have to contemplate yourself, what you really want. You have to know yourself first. That's maybe more or less I could give advice to you, Perling.
Yeah. Someone asked us, that was really a great answer to respond to those of you who probably never won an award. Just keep going because your hard work will definitely pay off. All right, someone is asking what kind of job that they can use. They have the MUN skills that they have derived through years. What kind of job can they probably get besides the UN related jobs? Are there any more uh, range of occupation that we can take probably besides working in United Nations?
Yes, I working in NGO, non-governmental organization, for like year, 2 years in Seoul, South Korea. I couldn't give you any more advice more than I have, because I only have experience that I already decided I'm working. I will focus on this thing. Like I will work in a NGO things. I will work in the international affairs related job. So you can use it when you working in NGO, even when you like, let's say you want to working for the government. The government need to present their country, right? They need to attending the international conference. They need to bring their national interest to the United Nations, like a forum in General Assembly. And those skills that you obtain in this model United Nations will be very, very like resourceful and useful for you when you working at the government level. Maybe for my experience, I'm only working in non-governmental organization and international organizations. But from my point of view, since I work a lot with the government sectors, I think that they lack of those skills in them. So they keep like relying to maybe consultant or anything. So these skills that you gain in here will be really, you can get like you can represent your country better when you were sent to the international conference. So that's quite resourceful if you are planning to working in the governmental sectors.
You can be the key that is lack, and you can solve the problem of the lack of human resource in any field of organization, of governmental or non-governmental.
Yes.
Someone also asks this question. I assume this person is from the history major. This person asks, do people in the history major have a chance to work for United Nations?
Yes, everyone deserves a chance to work in United Nations. Really. Actually, there are a lot of UN bodies. In history major, you can work as I'm not really quite sure what you learn in history, but everyone have a chance because you just need an experience. Actually, they don't really think about what major you've been learned in university. That could be one of the requirements, of course. But if you like take me for example, I'm working at the public health consultant. The requirements at the time is, of course, or if you are not a medical doctor or at least public health graduated, that's the major that they desire. But then since I could reasoning with them why I'm suitable for this job, why I could learn public health issue in such a short amount of time, how I could adapt with the new environment, how I get used to with the international affairs, then those job is lead to me rather than my other peers that are already graduated from the public health major. So if you're from history major and you are curious, do you have a chance? Yes, you have a chance. Believe it. You have to work for it. Read more book. Like you need to gain experience that will be useful for you, and there will be a chance for you.
All right. You will always have a chance despite any major you are in.
Yes.
Just prove your quality and you will grab that chance.
Yeah.
All right. There is also a question as I presume this person probably wants to be a part of United Nations, and this person asks, what advice would you give to young people who dream to work for United Nations or become part of United Nations?
Just you need to learn what the requirements of the job that you want to do. Like in United Nations, there is a lot of a position. You need to research first for it. What kind of position that you really want there, and what kind of UN bodies that you want to get involved to. There are a lot of it, right? In the UN bodies, there are a lot of it, and there is like a position like the young professional programs. It's kind of permanent position in United Nations that quite challenging, and yeah, with a lot of competitors from many countries. But mostly United Nations here hire those in contract base. So you need to learn what kind of position that United Nations offer. Then you choose what you really want to do, and then third, you choose your UN bodies. What UN bodies you really interested to get into, and then the fourth is you need to meet their requirement. Of course, you need to ask those who are already working there, what will be the requirements, will be benefits for you if you want to work, let's say in the UNDP, or let's say in a United Nation headquarters, or to become a young professional program. What kind of thing that will be benefit from you? You can ask to those who already work there. So that's more or less my advice for you if you want to work in United Nations. You have to research about it. Like you really need to get to know about it. Read a lot about what is United Nations, what their output, what their outcome, what their objectives, and what's their position. You need to reach all about it. That's it for me.
There is one more questions that we're curious about, because in the beginning you did share about how we can pitch our ideas persuasively. Do you have any tips for us to be diplomatic and persuasive at the same moment?
For me, you have your own, actually. You have your own persona. You have your own skills, like special skills, which is there will be not be listed in the like in a book or anything. For me, it works for me for interpersonal skills. I always approach someone through their hobby, person to person. I'm not really quite, maybe I'm not really quite a good in the first time as a, as a public speaker's first time. And I just like, like people who do the campaign, I'm not really good at the first. So I need to, I know what I'm really good at, and I'm really use it very well. So that's, if you want to really be persuasive and really good at diplomacy, you need to know yourself well, what you're really good at. If you really want to really good at cook, you can just have like, a welcoming party at your house or apartment. You can cook with all of your, like a friend or anyone that you are want to approach to, and then you can start from there. If you like to read a book, you can just like, brainstorming about the book with the person that you want to approach to. For me, interpersonal, it's for me maybe will be different from you or the others, because every people have their own skills on that things. For me, interpersonal skills like approaching person to person is quite an asset for me. So that's really worked well on me. You need to know yourself well. That's the thing. That's the homework for you. You need to know yourself first.
All right. Thank you so much for the amazing information that we can obtain from just such a short session. Your experience was indeed our motivation, and we got a really clear direction on where we can actually go from wherever we are right now.
Yeah.
So if I can conclude from all the explanation that our speaker has told us today, I will say that um, she told us a lot about sharpening diplomacy, and you can just pitch your ideas persuasively to the forum, grow your analytical skills, and it will help you grow your diplomacy skills a lot. And the key takeaways I got here is that it's the skill you build out through years that matters, and your efforts will definitely pay off. Know who you really are, set up your target, decide where you want to go, and achieve it. All right. And the core values she shared with us is the passion, integrity, experience, networking, and decisive is where you can actually is what can actually bring you everywhere you went. So that's all from our speaker today. Maybe
Thank you, Perling. I hope it will be quite useful for all of you guys, and just chase your dreams and never give up. Okay?
all right. All right, we can probably move next slide. All right. I'll give back to our MC.
All right. Thank you so much, Pearlie, our tangible moderator, and our fabulous speakers. I mean, I actually couldn't get into have my eyes off because like all of those such really good advices that Miss Sifa brought up to our closing ceremony has meant so much because like having like you have to get to know yourself, know your passions, and etc. has really an amazing advice for the youth itself. I hope you guys, for the delegates who's watching, can get as the useful as I feel it. So, what do you think, Miss Vanessa?
Yeah, I was actually felt very enlightened, especially the part where Miss Sifa explained to us that all of our MON skills are actually applicable to a lot of things. And it really isn't just for the IRs because personally, I study sociology. And sometimes I feel that a little feel of insecurity to the IR peeps. So thank you very much, Miss Sifa, for letting me know that.
All right,
And
so yeah, so should we proceed to the next slide?
Okay.
All right, so we would like to express our gratitude to Miss Sifa Anggita Maharani as our keynote speakers. We couldn't even be more grateful for you to spending in your really busy times as your mentions and like to us to share all of these things. So can we have like three of us be and then yes, can Miss Vanessa take a screenshot again?
Okay, and after I take some shots, maybe we'll have Miss Sifa have her closing remarks.
All right.
I'll take a
I'm
photo.
sorry. Hello?
Yeah,
Yes,
hello.
it's Miss Sifa.
I cannot hear your voice.
Oh, after this, right now we are having
Is
a,
it my connection?
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Yay.
so right now we're going to have a photo session.
Okay.
And then after this, maybe you can have your closing remark.
Okay.
Okay, I'll count to 3 and 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. So please, closing remarks, Miss Tifa.
Okay, so I just read in the chat box that Miss Amalia asking how similar is the MUN to the real UN South Africa UNSC, and what references that you must use in looking for the materials. I'm going to use my closing remarks to answer these questions, I think, because it's just pop up to my chat box. So actually, the MUN that you are doing today is quite not really not the not really quite different, but not really similar, because somehow in our United Nations, the model United Nations is we just met new people to the forum, but the real United Nations, you actually know who will be your alliance, or who will be your opposition, and you can approach them personally before the conference. So that will be quite a difference between this MUN and the real MUN. Even I have experienced the MUN that have that kind of things before, like we approach first who's our alliance and our opposition. So that's going to answer Miss Amalia questions. And for you guys who doesn't study international relations, you guys can really using this MUN to sharpen your skills, like hone your skills, and then you really can enter the United Nations agency, even though you are not from international relations. You are from sociology, you are from history, you are from public health, or you are from anywhere, even from literally anywhere, you can really enter the United Nations. So don't lose your hope, and just keep trying and have a better keep sharpen your skills. Okay, that's enough for me. Maybe thank you for having me again. And if you want to ask me more, you can just you can follow my ask me through Instagram or email. You can ask to the committee, or you can maybe you can ask to the committee. Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Tivangita Maharani. I mean, really big gratitude for all of the insights. So yes, thanks for the willingness, and then probably we shall proceed to the most awaited, probably. What is it, Miss Vanessa?
It is the most exciting part of the agenda, I see.
Ooh, I'm actually quite nervous.
Oh,
I'm
I'm more nervous as well. I'm not a delegate.
Yes. So, all right, all of the delegates who is watching from the YouTube live stream, be ready. And then please, all of the chairs and even the rapporteurs, if you are here and then your council's name is on the screen, please just unmute yourself, and then you guys shall proceed to present all of the awards from your guys' perspective council. So we shall probably begin, Miss Vanessa.
Yes, I think we should definitely begin. Next, we'll call for the first council, right?
Yes.
Okay. The first council would be the UNSC. For the
Yeah.
the floor is yours.
We're here. Hello. I'm not sure how we do this though. Are we? Hello.
Yes, Mr. Naval.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Ogi, are you here as well? You with me?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Cool. Thank you. Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Novar Siaan.
And me alongside Ogi are the chair and the co-chair for the United Nations Security Council of ODMUN 3.0 Federal Conference. It has been a very delight to chair this conference, in which, well, we shall explain a bit about what happened in UNSC though. So, yes, thank you. Yes, as you guys might notice, I am wearing a sash here, in which it is an obligation to me to, be like this for formal events, right? As the tourism ambassador of Jakarta, which is Abang None Jakarta 2020. Okay, let's go to the awarding. So this past few days, we have been chairing the UNSC, which does not have much delegates though. But then again, surprisingly, it has a it had quite a heated debate though. I mean, like, well, it has the classic UNSC vibe, in which it was entertaining for us chairs, because some of you might have experienced, chairing is not really fun. It's less fun than delegating, basically. But in UNSC ODMUN, although the delegate is not the delegate amount is not very much, it's really so awesome though. And then after a while, we voted a draft resolution, clause by clause, in which after voting all of them clause by clause, we only adopted like 2 clauses of all clauses. All right. So, all right, without further ado, we shall begin the awarding. So I will read the first awarding, and I'm gonna pass it to people around, to Ogi. Okay. So for the first award, which is the diplomatic commendation, right? Is that the order?
Best position paper.
Oh, okay. So best position paper. Sorry. So for the best position paper award, we believe that this is the smartest position paper, and it has the most tangible solution, um, adaptable to the situation. Yeah, we believe it's very smart. So without further ado, the best position paper award goes to the Belgium. Cool. Congratulations, delegate of Belgium. Right. So up next, we shall call the diplomatic commendation first. Okay. So the UNSC is handing out 2 diplomatic commendation. So, well, to one of the this delegate is very smart, and he or she was very dominating during the session. Well, overall, he is a very good delegate, though. So and for the other one, this delegate was not very active. However, we believe that this delegate delivers the most substantive speeches throughout the whole session. So without further ado, the diplomatic commendation shall be given to the delegate of UK and Italy. Thank you. So it goes to you, Geek.
Okay, thank you, Raf, for delegating your time to me. Before I continue to announce the other awardees, I just want to say thank you for the Secretariat for having Audiman again, because as a for record, um, I have been contributing myself in Audiman for the consecutive 3rd times. And for me to join the journey of Audiman for the 3rd time is really a moment in the making. So yeah, I mean, I just want to say thank you for especially the Secretary General and Deputy Secretary General. for just making ODMUN 3.0 again. So shout out to all the committees for now. Okay. Um, okay, so now I will introduce the honorable mention. So basically, this delegate is just to say it is pretty controversial, and he or she is the main I'll just say the main thing in the council. And basically this delegate will can shift the debate with his or her own intention. So without further ado, I'm just going to announce the honorable mention of the United Nations Security Council, which is the delegate of People's Republic of China. Yeah, congratulations to PRC for snatching the honorable mention. Okay. Um, Wait. Should I go back to you, Raf, or should I continue?
No, just proceed. I forgot that we have only. We'll close it. Yeah, just deliver the word.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to continue the awardees, but because in note in UNSC we don't have best delegate, so the maximum is the most outstanding delegate. Yeah, pretty sad. Yeah, pretty sad. But let's just continue for now. So we have one most outstanding delegate. So this delegate basically has a really uh let's just say a really good substance in a wise, and his or her involvement in the council is really uh stable, and which is for us to see this delegate stay in the committee session from the very first day to the second day. It really astonishing us. Yes, this delegate can improve more in the upcoming conferences. So we do hope that this delegate can be the best of he or she is. So So now, without further ado, we are going to announce the highest achievement in the UNSC Council, which is the most outstanding delegate. And the most outstanding delegate of UNSC ODMUN 3.0 is the delegate of South Africa. Congratulations, delegate. You received well. Okay, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ogi. Well, congratulations to all of the awardees. Well, you've all won basically by completing the conference, because as we know, a lot of people did not have the audacity to finish off the conference, but all of you did who were present. So we thank you for that. We thank you, the organizing committee as well, and also auditors for entertaining us in the backroom group. So I hope we'll see each other again, not in MUN occasion. Bye. Good luck,
Bye,
everyone.
guys. Good luck.
Yay! Thank you so much to Mr. Naufal and Mr. Ogi for your information. Mr. Ogi was the former Secretary General on online distancing MEM 2.0, so it was a big of dedications. Would like to sharing again. So thank you so much for presence in here again, Mr. Ogi. So yes, let's move to the next council. What is it, Miss Vanessa?
Okay. Wait. Sorry about this, guys. Right. So the next one would be from NATO.
Ooh, delegate. So can we have the board of directors of NATO to proceed the award? Thank you.
Hello. So since Abi and Fiora is not here yet, we're going to announce the award for NATO. To be honest, I already asked several testimonies from a lot of shadow delegates, especially those who like goes around all the 10 councils. Literally, all of them said NATO was the fire, NATO was the hell, NATO was straight up the apocalypse. So basically, NATO was World War III, but in a pandemic, if I would say. But even though that was the case, even though that was the condition, everything went really smoothly. The substance, the stances, the heat, the dynamics, everything was pretty amazing though. We have to admit. And then um, there are some certain things that we would like that I would like to point out. Um, the heated the dynamics is just how would I point it out? Like too responsive, but that's a really great thing though. So yeah, without further ado, we shall announce the award for NATO. This delegate is heavily he or she really heavily research on this topic. This delegate really contributed a lot. This delegate even like drags every flow of the debate to go forward and push everything forward. And this delegate is the role model of the whole council. Without further ado, we shall call verbal commendation. Lithuania, congratulations, delegate of Lithuania. Yay!
Oh,
I think,
okay.
yes. Back to you, MC.
All right. Thank you so much to Miss Amalia Fitri Baruna to present the NATO Awards.
Thank you. Okay, just give me a sec. Okay. Right. Okay. When I heard NATO was the most fire, I'm not surprised actually.
Yes. All right. So we shall proceed to the next council, the last advanced councils to announce the award, which is the Bandung Conference Crisis. Ooh, I mean this councils though, like they have their own world, like it's separated than all of the councils. Like they are the only council using Discord. I mean, even though like we have to be united, but like in case like have to be separated, it's okay. I wish all of the delegates were having fun. And then so can we have all of the board of the directors for the Crisis Bandung Conference. So probably Mr. Alvin or Mr. Joshua Mahavira. Can we have the board of directors for the?
Okay, yeah,
All
well,
right.
yes. Okay, greetings, delegates. Allow us to introduce ourselves first. My name is Alvin Anika. I'm serving as the co-chair for the Bandung Conference, and currently we have the head chair of Bandung Conference, which is Mr. Josh, as well as our unknown backroom, which I won't mention the name, of course. So far for the last 2 days, Bandung Conference has been a really hectic council, which can translate into backstabbing, suspicious, and more clandestine operations by all delegates. Besides that, but put that aside, the Bandung Conference has managed to actually produce a joint communique that was passed on the last committee session. Although it is it is still in a not good condition, which means like there is a new pan Arab states as well as pan Islamic state that popped up after the Bandung Conference. Well, to say the least, it's basically crisis council in a nutshell. But let's go without further ado. I will give it to the unknown backroom for the first award of this night. Mr. Unknown Backroom.
Am I audible? Is it clear?
Yes, you are, sir.
Okay. So before that, thank you all the delegates for participating in the intense crisis committee of the Bandung Conference. Now, without further ado, I will mention the Best Directive Awards. This delegate is very active in sending directive, mostly detailed, and can sway the direction of the crisis updates. And therefore, without further ado, the Best Directive Award goes to Delegate of Saudi Arabia. Congratulations.
Marmelo.
You may proceed, Alvin.
Okay, let's move on. The next award is the honorable mention.
How
This
do you?
delegate, this delegate has a very very good substance at the first place, but it is lacking on the delivery and the speeches throughout the whole council. He's also good at negotiating with other delegates. Notably making their blocks of their own to actually lead the council as a whole. Not further ado, the honorable mention goes to the delegate of Indonesia. Mr. Anon Backroom.
Okay, congratulations, Indonesia. Next, we will now mention the most outstanding delegate award. This delegate has been very, very active in creating directive as well, but also balanced. This delegate was active in trying to achieve their primary objective while achieving their secondary objective as well. They were able to unite the council and also become a contender of the best delegate who was very dominating. Without further ado, the most outstanding delegate award goes to also the delegate of Saudi Arabia. Congratulations.
And well, the last one, of course, our best delegate. Last delegate is actually very, very good in substance, speech, and delivery from the start until the beginning. This particular delegate leads the whole council from the start until the end. He or she manages to actually round all of the delegates to actually get into one agreement that they need to do this and those things. Besides that, his or her press releases and directives are on point, and he or she managed to rock the council and actually sway the others to his or her favor. Without further ado, the last award of this night, the best delegate goes to the delegate of Turkey.
Congratulations, delegate. That will be all.
And that will be all from us.
All right. Why all of the VOD from the crisis has such a unique characters? Like Mr. Alvin is like a YouTuber or like gamer or something, while the unknown backroom is like from the other planet. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so curious. Like, it's like from the other planet, like astronaut or something, just came into this online distance and 3.0 with us. Wow. Whew, that was such a hit. Wow, that was really interesting. Yes, we shall proceed probably, Miss Vanessa, to the next consoles.
So the next council will be from ILO, the ILO.
All right, so can we have ILO Board of the Directors? Mr. Leong Tigong and then Mr. Anuraga Alpi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Speakers. Hi everyone. I'm Calvin from Malaysia, and I'm pleasure to serve as the chair of IO. And unfortunately, my co-chair have personal reasons and unable to attend these Zoom meetings. So now we come to the main topics. First, I will briefly explain or discuss about recall back what happened in IO. First, in the first meetings, all delegates is just the topics and they say is repeat and repeat and repeat again. But at the end, is lucky can pass 6 pages, a draft resolutions, and if a good content that I surprised that even the chair myself also didn't realize a lot of the cross. I surprised that a lot of the cross is, how to say that, it's very wonderful. Is it the word? All right. And one thing I surprised is at the beginnings of councils, there's a 2 block, but a 2 block, and one is a support of the UBI and another one is against the UBI. But at the end, they still can combine together and pass one draft resolution. Yeah, now we come to the award sessions. The first award I would like to give is the best position paper. This delegate, when the contents of the position papers of this delegate is feel like it let me surprised that the points and the country stance is very wonderful. And I think this is one of the delegates I give the full marks for the best position for the position papers. This delegate would be delegate of United Kingdom. Congratulations. Next would be the diplomatic commendations. So I will give discuss with the co-chair. We decide to give 3 diplomatic commendations for the reason that those countries is very active participate in any discussions and sometimes come out with a good point, with a good stance. And also they know what is the stance of their stance. Although there are some country in this commendation is not the member state. So the diplomatic commendations we will give to Unilever, Carrefour, and Cambodia. All right, now come to the honorable mentions. Honorable mentions, we also decide to give 2 honorable mentions because both of them, the performance is quite well. It's very out of my surprise. Especially, there's one delegate is come out the point. He criticized some country with a very strong point. Yeah, this is all my explanations for the honorable mentions. The honorable mention will be given to the Singapore and Algeria. Now we'll come to a second highest award, which the most outstanding delegate. This delegate, how I say it, is very wonderful and always is always point out the loophole of the councils and point out that any of the delegates did not aware the things in the council, such as the mandate, such as the what is the functions, what ILO can do, what ILO can't do, and in the speech they told the whole council ILO is just a council that recommending and not urge people and not to force people to do some things. And also this delegate, in one of the speech, he used the American singer name, which the Ariana Grande in the GSL. That's our surprise. He used the code of Ariana Grande in the GSL. This delegate will be delegate of Bulgaria. Now we'll come to the highest award. The highest award is the best delegate. This delegate, since the first councillors, she is very active until the session to the last councillors. She is one of the delegates that lead the whole council from the two block become merged into one block. From the 2 working papers agree by each other. From the 2 draft resolutions to become 1 draft resolutions. And in my opinion, she is the most diplomatic delegate in this council. And also every point that she raised is a very strong and unrebuttable point. This best delegate award I will give to delegate of Canada. That's all for the ILO. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much to Mr. Kelvin.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kelvin. Okay, should we go for the next council, Arya?
Yes, please.
Okay, we will call upon the chairs from the ECOFIN Council. For the chairs of the ECOFIN, the floor is yours.
So yes, please, Velika.
Thank you very much, MCs. So let me introduce myself. My name is Velika Sharon as the Vice Chair of the Economic and Financial Committee. So on behalf of the Board of Directors, first and foremost, I would like to say congratulations for all delegates for finishing this MUN, and also to the ECOFIN delegate for passing a draft resolution unanimously, which does not happen very often in MUN nowadays. And we surprisingly had a heated debate as of today, which the chairs were very excited for. And unfortunately, my partner Rio is unable to attend today's closing ceremony, so I will deliver the awards on behalf of the both of us. So for the first award is the best position paper. So to describe this delegate, it is safe to say that this delegate provides the spice in this council, especially during today's session. And this delegate knows what they want and what to bring to the council. And in writing their position papers, this delegate understands on how the format goes. And however, there are still some room for improvement, especially in elaborating their proposed solutions. So the best position paper goes to the delegate of Kenya. Congratulations. All right, so for ECOFIN, we decided on giving out 2 diplomatic commendations. The first delegate has a very great presence in the council, and they initiated a lot of things that doesn't go unnoticed by the chairs, and also they contributed a lot to the council, especially in building their blocks. And however, there are still room for improvement, especially we really did a very great job. Without further ado, the first diplomatic commendation goes to the delegate of the Bahamas. For the second diplomatic commendation, award goes to a delegate that really tries to bring their presence to the council, and this delegate were very active in like giving their opinions. However, same a lot of room for improvement. All right. This delegate was very active in giving their opinions. However, same as before, there is still a lot of room for improvement, especially on sticking to their country's policy. With that said, the second diplomatic commendation goes to the delegate of Pakistan. Congratulations, delegate. And then the next one is the honorable mention. So to describe this delegate, they had a very great presence on the council. This delegate has a great leading skills and is very diplomatic also. And this delegate is very active in discussions, but sometimes they take charge on moderating during unmod so that things doesn't go out of hand. And another plus point for this delegate is that their willingness to cooperate and finding the common ground between the 2 blocks that we had today. And still there are room for improvement, especially on the consistency of this delegate. But so the honorable mention goes to the delegate of Qatar. Congratulations. All right. So next is the most outstanding delegate. This delegate has been very consistent throughout these past 2 days, and this delegate has been very active in partaking on discussion, especially during unmods. And this delegate delivers great speeches, and is also consistent with their country stances. Though at times this delegate can be seen as a little too idealist, this delegate has been on the most consistent in the council and has contributed a lot during the process of passing this draft resolutions. And the most outstanding delegate goes to the delegate of the Philippines. Congratulations. And lastly, the best delegate. So the best delegate goes to a delegate that has contributed a lot throughout the council. And this delegate was also very active in discussion and is also very substantive, whether it is in unmoderated caucus or in moderated caucus. And this delegate has been very consistent in upholding their country stances, and this delegate also proposed solutions that are according to their stances and are adaptable. And also this delegate initiated a lot throughout the council, especially in making the draft resolutions. Though there are still more room for improvement, as the chairs feels like this delegate really deserves to be the best delegate in this council. So without further ado, the best delegate goes to the delegate of Germany. Congratulations. So yeah, congratulations to all delegates and the awardees. And lastly, I would also like to say thank you to the Secretariat and the committee for giving me and my partner the opportunity to be a part of the board of directors. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Miss Felika Sharon to present all of the awards for ECOFIN, and congratulations for all of the ECOFIN delegates to receive the award. Oh my gosh, Miss Vanessa, we already achieved the halfway of the awarding session.
Yeah, that's still the halfway. We're almost there, guys. Maybe some of you right now are so nervous, like, oh, how about a word from my councils? Ooh,
I mean,
hang in there,
probably,
guys.
yeah, our secretariat did on purpose for all of the beginners, but to put the
Ooh.
beginner councils to be in the last two awards. So, guys, come on, there's still time to pray. It's your time.
Yes,
You
time
guys,
to pray. Pray for
yes,
the awards.
yeah, finger
Yes.
crossed, everyone. Even though this is your first time, I believe you guys were doing amazing. So,
Yes.
okay, yes, yes, Mr. Jose, you
Yeah.
finally
Thank you,
here.
bro.
Thank you, Bo. So yeah,
Thank you, Bo.
so basically both of us were the rapporteurs, right? Miss
Mhm.
Vanessa, which is
Yeah.
after this, our councils will get informed, we get the awarding sessions. But like probably, would you like to share, just kind of like having like a little break towards the other councils, how you experience in OIC?
So my experience in OIC is that, of course, we were accompanied by a great playlist. I
Ooh.
mean, like I'm not saying that I'm proud of myself, but I am proud of myself of that playlist. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then OIC was, in my opinion, OIC was, I can see a lot of people are struggling with the flow. There were some of them who were kind of confused. It's okay, it was their first time, but I do have to admit there were a lot of people who said they were first timers, but they started off really great. It's just, you know, and then the discussion, it was quite interesting that they managed to touch a lot of questions from the karmas, which is a bravo, you know.
Wow.
Such a
Wait, if I'm not
bravo.
mistaken, they were delegate of ISIS in OIC. Delegate of
Oh,
ISIS. Can
yeah,
you believe it?
yeah.
ISIS is
So,
representing in United Nations conference. Oh my gosh. Wow. Like,
ISIS
yes.
was acknowledged.
Yeah. Would you please elaborate with the experience?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, it was something very, very interesting. Yeah, it was interesting, definitely.
I mean,
Oh, by the
he brought a
way,
gun. He brought a gun in
he
the
he
meeting.
he actually brought a gun. That was something. Oh, by
Yeah.
the way, I think we should remind the viewers to don't forget to donate.
Oh yay.
So everyone, if you guys want to give a good deed, don't forget to donate to Sandhya Institute. So Sandhya Institute, as I said, they are a human rights. They're like a legal based human rights organizations. They are an NGO, but they focus more on human rights. And currently, the donations are to be given by the refugees in Indonesia, especially in Aceh, if I'm not mistaken. And then they will also use it to educate these refugees for whatever they need and then help them to adapt and then help them with whatever necessities that they would need.
All
So don't
right.
forget to do.
Thank you so much, Miss Vanessa. So I mean, yes, I mean, just like a little experience that I had with this council, which is in front of us right now, ARF. Whew, I mean, I had some special place in my heart for the chairs as well. For me, even though like we are different than any other MUN general meeting because we are ASEAN regional forum, but like our chair call it abnormal regional forum, which is we are so weird, not like other MUN. So yeah, I mean, this is first time also I experienced ARF even as a rapporteur, but I learned a lot. And then, oh, our chair were sending us a GoFood like in our lunch. Ooh, so nice. I mean, just kind of like a code something. So thank you so much for the Miss Diva Marzani and Mr. Dimas Hawkins. I had amazing experience as assisting you guys as your rapporteur. Hopefully we can work another place. So and then the floor is yours, please. Get the word is guys.
Thank you, Mr. Reporter. We couldn't do it without you. Now we are going to present the awards for the ASEAN Regional Forum. My name is Dimas Sukma Hawkins. I am the Assistant Director of the ASEAN Regional Forum, and I would like to hand the mic off to my incredible director, Deepa.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone.
Deepa!
It's been a great time having all of you guys in the ARF, and it's been such a great time as well working with our very lovely reporter, Arya. Thank you so much. You've been such a help during the contest. So yeah, ARF itself, as we all know, that this council is like it's distinguished from the other council. We call it the ASEAN Regional Forum. However, some people might seem to look at this council as an abnormal one. But however, I would like to say like congratulations to all the delegates who have finished the committee sessions really well. Like all of you guys are doing really great. And surprisingly, all the delegates here are very, 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 very outstanding. Yeah, considering that this council is an intermediate level committee, but the delegates here are performing such a great job, right, Chair Dimas?
Definitely, they were all angels.
Definitely. They're really, really participative and like involved really actively. So yeah, let's just describe what kind of delegate that will deserve this award. It's gonna be like the best position paper. It's pretty hard for both of us to like decide which delegate who will deserve this best position award because there are lots of delegates who have provided and like doing really great on structurizing their papers. So well, this delegate is oops, sorry, I said it. I mean, this delegate, she said that she was a first timer. However, she structurized her paper really well with a very good proposed solutions, and she was also quite participative during the committee session. So I believe we should just proceed to reveal, right? Maybe drum roll.
Bada, 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 bada.
Okay, so best position paper goes to. Best position paper goes to. Next slide, please. Can't wait. Yay, congratulations, delegate of Russia.
Congratulations, delegate. I think any delegate who understands their national policy to a T and can even talk about their historical policies and how that changes over time. I think the delegates who are able to do that are really incredible and really unique. And Russia was able to not only explain about their national policy now, but like how it has changed from the past. And I think that's one of the edge that it had. Next, we will be announcing the delegate who is the recipients of the diplomatic commendation. This delegate may have started off quite timid and a bit shy, but has showed great improvement on the second day. And not only that, they have participated greatly in the council, not only giving great speeches, but also having great discussions with the other delegates. I think the unique thing about ASEAN is we're not really one of those very intimidating, debate-heavy committees. Rather, we are pretty much a committee where neighbors are all joined together having tea. I think that's the best way to describe IRF, and this delegate has shown great promise and great improvement in the span of one day. So I am very happy to announce that the recipient of the diplomatic commendation of the ASEAN Regional Forum goes to Malaysia.
Congrats, Malaysia.
Congratulations, delegate.
Well deserved.
You've been doing such a great job. Like, and yeah, I believe like next week we're going to reveal who is going to be the recipient of the next award. So this delegate shows a very good performance throughout the committee session. This delegate also is very knowledgeable and substance-wise. This delegate is also providing a very good solutions as well for the council and providing a practical solutions. Even though in ASEAN we barely like provide solutions that is very like focusing on the mechanism, but usually in ASEAN we provide a very normative solutions. But this delegate tried to, maybe like break through that common things that is happening in ASEAN. That's why this delegate is also very contributive. This delegate is really trying to accommodate other delegates as well. However, I believe that I and Deepa as well as Anya would like to say that there are still room for improvements for you. I believe like we should just proceed to reveal. Okay, so the next award will goes to the delegate of Japan. Yes, congratulations, delegate of Japan. This delegate is also very controversial because, maybe our reporter would like to reveal what is the controversy in ARF that is caused by this delegate.
All right,
Never.
No, never. Okay, we should not. If whatever happened in ARF, Charity Fund stays in ARF.
I think it should.
Exactly.
But all I'm just saying is, never have I met a delegate that basically came to the ASEAN forum and told all the ASEAN member states to just drop their claims on the South China Sea. That's the first time I've seen.
I know, right?
All ASEAN member state went like, okay, we agree. That is definitely a first. Next up, we will be announcing the Best Diplomacy Award. This is awarded to delegates who really understand the core essence of the ASEAN way of non-intervention, of mutual respect for sovereignty. And they really showed that it's not about putting forth your solution or what you feel is right, but accommodating for all your other fellow delegates, because you guys aren't really fighting against each other to insert your national interests, but you're trying to collaborate to find answers and find a way to create a joint statement or joint communique that you can all agree upon. And I think it's such an incredible, it was such an incredible time witnessing that a council filled with so many delegates able to reach consensus. I have enough difficulty trying to get 10 ASEAN member states coming to consensus. So seeing so many delegates actually easily come into consensus, that was incredible. And I think having these next few delegates that we will mention after this lead them all is a part of why it was so successful. So I'd like to congratulate one of the first delegate who led the way and paved the way to reaching consensus. The recipient of the Best Diplomacy Award goes to the delegates of the Philippines.
Woo, congrats, Philippines.
Congratulations, delegate of Philippines. Okay, so the next award is definitely the Best Delegate Award. We wonder who will receive this award because this award will revolve around like so many things, that because the one who will receive the Best Delegate Award should be the delegate that is performing very outstanding moves and very outstanding performance throughout the committee sessions. And of course that perhaps we already have an imagination who will receive this award. So this delegate, I would say that this delegate really knows the ins and outs about the ASEAN Regional Forum, like how to accommodate this council, how to accommodate the other countries' interests as well. The thing about this delegate is the way that this delegate provide his solutions and his opinions is very, very trying to manifest the principle of ASEAN way, be it the non-interference and as well as everything that is, the basic things of ASEAN, and also I would say that this delegate is also performing how to, provide a solution that is very, very right into the straight to the point, but without making the other delegates feel marginalized. This is very good. So I believe maybe Chair Dimas will also try to add something about this delegate so it could be more spicy before we finally announce it.
I think you nailed it. It's incredible seeing this delegate because it's the first time I saw a delegate who proposed solution, basically starting saying, none of these solutions are for me. I would benefit from this no matter how the outcome is. I just want to care about
very
you.
generous, exactly.
That's such an incredible, that's such a moving statement, in my opinion. So if you'd announce it, Chair Deepa?
Yeah, I believe it's the time for us to reveal. So the best delegate award goes to.
Woo! So excited.
Delegate of.
Oh.
Next slide.
Next slide, please. Delegate of Singapore. Yes, congratulations, Delegate of Singapore. You definitely deserve this award. So I really hope that all of you guys are having a very great time with us. And yes, I think that's all. Yeah, it's time for us to live our life the ASEAN way.
Yeah, back to you, MC.
One identity, one community.
All right, I'm gonna miss you guys so much.
I'm gonna miss you too, baby.
Yes. I mean, since day one, Mr. Dimas still pink. Since day one till right now, Mr. Dimas still pink. Don't know why. Yes, I mean,
bye,
I don't know,
delegates.
All right. I mean, thank you so much for
Abnormal Regional Forum.
Thank you so much to ARF Councils. I mean, no doubt, Miss Vanessa, as the Mr. Dimas stated, that ARF is actually like a family meeting or something because all of the neighbors singing, because all of the delegates deserve an award. They were so struggling to decide who deserve all of the types of awards that we have. They were totally struggling, but still we have received our lovely and familyness in our councils, which is I'm gonna miss that vibe so much. Thank you, all of the chairs, Miss Diva and Mr. Dimas.
That is so wholesome. Heartwarming. Intensifies. Okay. Okay. Next, the next one is the one that also gave a lot of heartwarming moments, especially the chairs in this council, particularly likes cats. Turns out they even asked for my cat's videos. They like cats so much, especially the co-director. Yes, very much. Okay, without further ado, we're going to call the next chair from the OIC. Chair of OIC, you may have your floor.
All right. First of all, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for entrusting me to be a chair. It has been a great pleasure to meet all of the staff and also all of the delegates in this council. This OIC council has been quite eventful, that is. We've gone through lots of ideas. There are lots of delegates with slightly different but similar stances, and on, and eventually we were able to produce, although there were 3 working paper, we managed to merge them into one DR. And so with that DR unanimously passes, of course. There are a few highlights of this council, of course, such as the delegate of ISIS coming into the council and and starting a whole riot with the delegate of USA and the delegate of Pakistan and everyone. It was just like a wholesome 20-30 minutes of people shouting at each other because Yes, and also props to the delegate of ISIS, also RUSG, for dressing up and like bringing a gun and being so extra overall, like bringing a gun, guys, like and wearing like those, what do you call it? Yeah, like those Arabian outfit, like complete with the headdress and everything. Amazing. That's like the best cosplay ever. Right. Yeah. Anyways, that being said, we have to move on to the awards. And although it wasn't easy to pick, me and Putri, the co-director, and also the members of staff, finally come up with a list. With that, Putri, you may begin with the first award.
All right, thank you so much, our head director, Errol. And now we will proceed to the bus position paper first. This delegates have submitted their position paper to the committee by the deadline in time. This delegate adhered to the formatting instructions, exhibited excellent research, and also diplomatic wiring, and was true to the country's actual or likely positions. And without further ado, let's just know who's the best position paper of OIC in this ODMUN 3.0. So the best position paper goes to, drum roll, operator please. Yes, delegates of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Thank you. And also, all right. So the next delegate is the delegates have exactly rhetorical skills like strong communication skills in front of the other delegates that allow them to convey shades of meaning, understand what is said and not said, and be able to persuade their peers of the validity of their arguments. We do hope that this delegate will improve him or herself better than today with, of course, a substantive thing. And the diplomatic commendation goes to, drum roll again, operator please. Yes, delegate of Pakistan. Congratulations for the delegate of Pakistan. And the three other categories will be led by my beautiful and melodious head director, Ariel. You may have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Putri. At this point, the melodious thing is like an inside joke, but oh well. All right. We have announced the best post-bop and the diplomatic commendation. I'm sure all of you know what comes next, which is the honorable mention. Now, this honorable mention is given to this delegate who was able to negotiate his way through. And although he wasn't, let's say, the most spot on delegates, he was able to influence other delegates. He also contributed to the flow in the council and also the proposed solutions. And he and responded quite well to the given crisis as well. Without further ado, the honorable mention goes to, drum rolls, the delegate of Palestine. Thank you. Right. As you guys know, after this would be the outstanding delegate. Now, to be honest, the board of Dias had a difficult time to choose between the best delegate and the outstanding delegate. This was because they both were so good in one aspect, but sometimes they lack in another aspect. But overall, these two delegates were kind of tied. So it was really confusing for us. And even like we consulted with our rapporteurs and other members of the staff to get this solid answer. To the outstanding delegates, you have done a great job in the council. Specifically, in your response to the crisis was the best out of all the delegates, and we hope that you would develop further in the council. Without further ado, the outstanding delegate goes to the delegate of Russia. Ta-da! Yay! It's so good to have you in the council, delegate of Russia. And last but not least, our most awaited award, I would believe. Once again, the best delegate and the outstanding delegate were like, they kind of differed just by a bit. It was like so confusing for us to pick. But overall, this delegate was very active in the council, perhaps too active. But overall, this delegate has led the council, maintain his position of leadership from the beginning till the end, and he was the leader of the he was able to bring people together and formulate one draft resolution. With that being said, Delegate of Togo, congratulations. Yay! And so that concludes the awarding, the awardees of the OIC. Thank you everyone once again for coming to our council. Thank you as well for Rapporteur. And thank you for Patri for being such a good co-chair. And also thank you
so
to
much, Director.
Arya and also our what we call, yeah, I know, yeah, and for the delegate of USA and Iran, thank you so much for making the
ISIS, you
council
mean?
ISIS, yes, thank you so much for making this council spicy.
Yes, very
Hey.
spicy.
All
much
right, thank you
spicy.
so much. Yeah, I
Thank
was
you
really
very
happy
much.
to become the shadow delegate as the delegate of USA as the USA flag on my back. Woo, they were so excited, so happy to involve in your guys' councils as well. So finally, this is kind of like probably the most awaited, Miss Vanessa.
Yes. Wait, sorry, I cannot hold myself.
Okay.
remembering you and ISIS just join in on the unmarked caucus, and everyone just goes crazy for like 20 minutes. I'm sorry, it's very
Yes.
hard to hold
I
myself.
couldn't hold myself as well at that time. All right. So right now, finally, there were three consoles left, which is the beginner consoles in this online distancing MUN 3.0. So what's the first one, Miss Vanessa?
Okay, now we will call the chairs from UNCSW.
Yay.
For the chairs, you may have the floor.
All right, finally. All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Yongton. Most of my delegates call me YZ or Yong. Simple, right? All right. Before I tell all of you the awardees, I have to first thank my board of directors. Sandra Novita, the gorgeous co-chair as loved by the delegates, and Nadia, the fastest hand in the West, our best repertoire in recording what we say every single time. Thank you. The conference will not be so smooth without the teamwork given by Nadia and Sandra. So for that, I say thank you very much. Moving on to the delegates. First of all, I would say that the term beginner council is a misrepresentation of the UNCSW because these delegates are not the stereotypical shy, awkward, or passive. Instead, they are quite proactive. Some are ambitious and smart, but sometimes a little bit flirty. Or maybe the word little bit is an understatement, all right? Flirty, very flirty. But the essence of what I'm saying now is that these delegates have worked together, negotiated together, debated, and compromised for the sake of addressing a worrying issue such as revenge porn. It is, to be honest, for me, it is very respectable for countries with different geographies, political background, social structure, but delegates are still able to find one consensus and nail that draft resolution. For your information, that this is the first council that I've joined with a delegate, secretary, or chair that we receive a unanimous consent of a draft resolution. And these delegates do not just vote yes for the sake of yes, but is throughout the process of negotiation, engagement, and some leadership. That's why we can get 100% yes vote on this draft resolution. And to be honest, I applaud delegates for that. Such actions, like what I said just now, do not just require your speaking skills, your debating skills, your advocacy skills, but also more on the leadership. And as a chair, I'm lucky to witness some of the leaders in the council. So our criteria in giving awards is not just on how you speak, write, or debate, but also on how well you influence, convince, lead, and take charge of the situation handed to you, the delegates. All right. So without further ado, here we go. Now,
Kayaknya karakter utama dari itu semua film tuh kayaknya tuh
nice voice right there. For the best position paper, this delegate has written with. All right, I'm muted. Thank you. Now, for the best position paper, this delegate has written this paper with focus and crafted good solution, whether short term or long term. And this delegate will be Sri Lanka. Thank you. Thank you, Bula. Congratulations. All All right. For diplomatic commendation, we have 2 awardees. Now, these 2 delegates have shown good analytical mindset by proposing good points and arguments. So the first one that would get a diplomatic commendation after the Best Position Paper Award would be the delegate of Mauritania. Congratulations. And followed by the delegate of Israel. Congratulations. So yes, diplomatic commendation will be Mauritania, followed by delegate of Israel. Both of them have give good points, good arguments, but unfortunately, the consistency is not there. So that would be one thing that you can improve on and achieve a lot there. Okay. Now, for the honorable mention, we have 2 as well. Now, one of them, she has been consistent in giving out her points, and indeed, she fought her way to become one of the protagonists in this council, because from the chair analysis, this delegate is not the best in giving out the substance of the argument. But then after a few sessions, we realized that she has another skills. She has a leadership vibe, which the delegates would follow, and that is where we are impressed by it. That because of that, she complemented her the weakness as perceived by the chair, and that would be the delegate of Turkey and Tanzania. Congratulations. For Tanzania, she is one of the leaders that I admire, primarily on her ability to drive motions and managing the unmoderated caucuses. I still remember that when Tanzania motion, most of that, she will get majority votes on her motion. And that is some skills that not many people will acknowledge, but it is something to be prioritized nevertheless. All right. So congratulations, Tanzania and Turkey. All right. Now, for the second and first place, or the most outstanding and the best delegate. Now, these 2 delegates provide different things on the table. While the former, the second place, analyzes, the latter, the first place, takes charge of things. While the former builds up innovative and smart arguments, the latter one builds up new frameworks for other countries to get involved in it. Both are crucial, and their skill sets that they have is what drives the council forward. And for that, we are very impressed. So the most outstanding delegate would be delegate of Senegal. Congratulations, Senegal. And I just heard that this is your first time in joining MUN, and to be honest, I'm very impressed. All right, so keep it going, and one day you will achieve even more greatness. So congratulations, Senegal. Lastly, for the best delegate, if I could describe this delegate with one word, it will be perseverance. Why? This delegate started with one framework the moment she started to speak. She keep mentioning that framework, and at the start of the session, she never stops promoting that framework, where even at times the chair, like me and our co-chair, thinks that it's redundant already. We are thinking that that's enough. No one will follow. No one will be convinced by the framework that you propose. But this delegate proves us wrong. Eventually, at the 4th and 5th sessions, she is able to take charge, to manage, to lead, and finally, to get everyone on the same page. So this is for you, the delegate of Ghana, the designer of the catchy camera framework that cares, maintains, emphasizes, and reaffirms the importance in addressing revenge porn. Thank you to all the delegates, and also to delegates that did not get the award. You guys are actually very good. You guys already exceeded the expectation of a beginner council. That's why I said at the start, beginner council is a misrepresentation of every single one of you. Good job, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Mr. Yang Zheng. Oh my gosh, that was really details. I mean, I was enjoying, like I was listening to storytellings or something. But like, yes, it was so detailed that you really know the delegates, and then you give the another advice at the last was very really useful for all delegates. Thank you so much to Mr. Yang Zheng and to all of the chairs and the directors from UNCSW. All right, so we shall proceed the last 2.
Yes, finally, the last one.
Oh no,
The
not
moment
the
has
last
been
one.
waiting.
We still
Oh,
have
no?
UN Habitat, right? We still have UN
Oh,
Habitat.
right. Pardon me. Oh, so are we going to? All right. So this is the second last. Sorry, guys.
Second
Sorry,
last.
Pete. My bad. Okay. Now we will call the chairs of UNICEF. You may have the floor.
Thank you, MCs. Now, before I begin, I wish to say, as a beginner council, you guys did amazing. For most of you guys are first timers, and you guys, it's your first time embarking on your mind journey, and it's really understandable if there are hiccups along the way. The learning curve for MUN is indeed sometimes quite challenging, and everyone goes through that process. While there were some hiccups in the previous session, both Chelsea and I saw drastic improvement in the delegates' performance in the second day. As they continued throughout the whole day, the standards just kept improving and improving as the day continued. And delegates watching this stream would understand the saying, but we did it slowly but progressively. Sadly, Chelsea will not be able to join me here for the awarding ceremony due to personal reasons. So I will be here to pass out the awards. But she is here in our hearts. Okay. Next, sadly, we were not able to pass a draft resolution, but we from the Diet side do hope that delegates managed to learn a lot from this MUN journey and hope that they had take something from it into their future as they continue on taking up MUN conferences. As such, we only have two most outstanding delegates who really stood out to us in the Dias team throughout the conference. But before we get to those really hot topic delegates, let's do our best position paper award first. So the best position paper award goes to, drumroll, the delegate of Senegal. The delegate of Senegal had a really strong format and really strong stance when it comes to the position paper. The solutions were thorough, the referencing was great, and in that sense, the delegate got the best position paper award. Now, for the most outstanding, we have two. The first one was very eager to lead discussion, and she's always there to facilitate diplomatic debate especially when there were challenges to the solutions that the bloc had proposed. And this award goes to the delegate of Angola. So congratulations, delegate of Angola, for being one of the most outstanding delegates. Next, well, as you can see on the slide, is delegate of Finland. She is really constructive in her solutions when it comes to debate, and she spearheads a lot of the discussions most of the time, and it's always there to push the front line, and the solutions are brought up by the bloc. She stood up too to a lot of those challenges to the solutions, and she did it the best she could, and we could really see the effort. We from the chairs and the dais, well, me especially, would like to thank the delegates for doing and having given us such an amazing, wonderful weekend. It was just so chill. You guys were just so nice. You guys not only looked out for each other by constantly asking each other, should we form blogs? How should we go about this? But also looked out for your chair and dais team. When we were marking through the position paper, you guys, you guys motivated us. And when there were hiccups and the technical difficulties, you guys cheered us on as well. And that's just so sweet. It's probably one of the first time I've met such nice delegates. And hence with that, we from the Dias team hope that you guys as delegates had a really great session with us as well, and especially gained something from your experience over the last 2 days in ODMUN this week. And we look forward to see you again anytime in the near future on a MUN scene. And with that, we could probably see each other as a delegate versus delegate, or perhaps a delegate versus chair. You guys get what I'm saying, right? All right, that's all from me. And congratulations again to the delegates who won the award. And yeah, that's all. Bye-bye. Good night.
All right. Thank you so much to Miss Winnie.
Ooh, is this what I see the last council right now, Arya?
finally we achieved. I don't
Finally.
know, either both of us, Miss Vanessa, or the UN Habitat is tired, or the UN Habitat delegate is tired right now. You cannot
Yeah.
even tell. But like yes,
Yeah,
finally the
maybe the
last
chair is
question.
also tired for
Oh,
waiting.
yes, and then like really bored to listen to us. But like without further ado, the UN Habitat chairs. If I'm not mistaken, the Mr. Leon Pinzong and then Mr. Kaisa, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you to the Senate. Since this is the last council to be awarded, I will just keep my speech short. So thank you once again to the Secretariat for giving me the opportunity to chair for the second time in ODMUN 3.0. The first time I chaired in is in ODMUN 2.0. And my co-chair for helping me along, my rapporteur, and my delegates for taking the initiative to go out of their comfort zone. Seeing how deep and applicable the solutions of the residents are, it's actually really hard to believe that most of them are actually beginner delegates like UN. So being the scary chair that apparently my delegates see me as, I push them for a higher standard, and the only thing them to have is that it what is important is what have they learned throughout the process. Are they a better person than before they joined the conference? That's all I asked for them. So we failed the resolution, but I told them over and over again, I would rather have a well-crafted resolution, a resolution that is hastily passed. So, so yeah, I will be presenting the Best Position Paper Award. So this delegate, okay, we actually had two position papers in mind. So this delegate stood out as one of the best position paper because it is actually very detailed. The citations are really well. And it is not overly lengthy. It has all the essence and it is pretty good. Yeah. So award goes to Lesotho. Yeah. My co-chair wants us to alternate between awards, so I fulfill his dreams, whatever.
Right then, so hey everyone, it was a pleasure to be your co-chair for UN Habitat. I viewed the council as a sort of small community where everyone was constantly improving and working together towards reaching, fulfilling also potentials for development. And I think that it's evident in the delegates that we're able to help each other out and also create a sense of belonging within the blocks. There was a close-knit atmosphere that we can see in the council and throughout the committee sessions. I'm always excited to come back and meet the delegates, especially for the funny and also hilarious moments that we have shared together during the Gossip Box revelations and during when we talk in unmodered caucuses. It was an exhilarating experience all in all. And I think that the experience for me and for the delegates have been quite positive. So I would like to also thank Online Distancing MUN for giving me the opportunity to co-chair for UN Habitat. And okay, without further ado, before I get into the delegates who get diplomatic commendations, I just want to describe the two delegates who won this award as delegates who are constantly improving. Their substance in the first day might not be as strong as their substance in the second day, but in the end, they became a lot better as delegates and also as public speakers because the two countries have really improved in terms of how they project themselves within the councils and how they negotiate and how they strategically plan their moves. And I think it's one of the greatest attributes that I've seen and delegates that wins diplomatic commendation. So without further ado, the first delegate that wins the diplomatic commendation is the delegate of Pakistan. So congratulations once again to the delegate of Pakistan for winning the diplomatic commendation. I believe that your efforts in trying to improve yourself was really substantial and we can really see it in you. So congrats, and you have a long way ahead of you. So good luck with that. And also for the second one, this delegate is very, very articulate. She is very, she's very substantive, and this delegate is also very good in trying to convey what her ideas are because she has a lot of great basis for her policies and what she campaigns for within the draft resolution. And I think that one of the greatest things that we can notice from her is her consistency and substance during her speeches. And I think it's why she deserves to be given diplomatic commendation. So the second delegate that wins this award is the delegate of Sweden. So congrats to the delegate of Sweden. And Chris, take it from here again.
Okay. So next award, the honorable mention. This delegate again has great consistency. So this delegate has performed well yesterday and today. And I would just this delegate is delegate of Nicaragua. Yes, again, with fulfilling Kaisen's wish, you may present the Most Outstanding Delegate Award.
All right, thank you, Chris, for that. And now, before moving on to the revelation of who the most outstanding delegate is, I just want to say that this delegate has really improved a lot in terms of how this delegate has projected themselves in the council. I'm trying so hard to keep it gender neutral, so it won't be revealed. So this delegate has also really participated a lot and partook in a lot of moderated caucuses, unmoderated caucuses, and was a sponsor in one of the draft resolutions. This delegate was active in the council and throughout the committee sessions. This delegate will always raise their hands to participate in any motions. So I believe that this delegate deserves to be called the most outstanding delegate. And so the most outstanding delegate for UN Habitat is the delegate of Panama. So congrats, Panama. Yay. All right, so Chris, take it from here for the best delegate.
Okay. So before I present the best delegate, I just want to say that I think because of me being scary, I think they had improved a lot, even for the good delegates and the beginner delegates. Everyone has something they have improved. So this is what I'm most proud of UN Habitat. This delegate is really diplomatic. So this delegate can occasionally delegate says, and this delegate has been one of the most active outgoing delegate in our council. So again, I don't want to waste any more of your time since this is the last award. So the award of the best delegate of UN Habitat is Cote d'Ivoire. Congratulations. So yeah, it has been a pleasure to chair this wonderful committee. What I would want you guys to do is to reflect on yourself in throughout these 2 days and improve and keep making mistakes so that you can improve even more. Okay. So yeah, thank you. I'll pass it back to the MC.
All right. Thank you so much to Mr. Chris and Mr. Kaisan for delivering.
Okay.
All
Arya, do
right.
you have any?
No,
Okay.
I'm good. So I would like to congratulations to all of the delegates of the online distancing MUN. You guys are really amazing, done the amazing performances for the commitment for the 2 days. But for all of the delegates who still not receive the awards, this is only the one step away from you to receive any other things that even fabulous in the future. So please don't be do not get discouraged, and then please always keep spirit for your MUNs, other MUNs in the future. And I wish you the best luck for the future endeavors, delegates. Thank you. But we still have another agenda. So probably we should proceed, Miss Vanessa.
Okay, thank you very much. I couldn't agree more to you, by the way. Don't get upset, guys. This is the important thing is that we learn and we have fun. And then for the awardees, congratulations. And we're going to continue with our next agenda, which is the closing remarks from the one and only, the most tangible Secretary General out there,
Really love
Miss
this
Indah
lady.
Pratiwi.
Hello, everyone. Um, yes. So I woke up today and I have a conversation with my mom. The conversation goes into one point that she was asking me about the event that I'm become the Secretary General with, and I told her, "Hey, today it will be the last day." And she was actually looking at me in shock, and she's like, "Is it really been 3 months?" And I was like, "Yeah." And in that moment, I thought, "Wow, where did the time go?" So I went back to my room, and for a while, I have this like throwback moment. And the ODMUN, if I can say, it's more about like how it started. It's more about like the 1 a.m. conversation with your best friend, because we are like the people that is like really hard to sleep. We're basically a night owl. And yeah, it goes that way until that there is like this idea like, hey, why don't we just like continue ODMUN? And it was still ODMUN 2.0, by the way, where Ogi still become the Secretary General. And to be honest, I think I was crazy, or I'm still crazy until now. Jose, which is the USG of academics, and my DOSG Fahmi, probably become best friends with me because we three of us are crazy. Like, not to mention, the amount of Panadol that I drink in a week is very unhealthy. That's for sure. Panadol hit me up for the brand ambassador. Two, I'm deadliner. Don't judge me. I'm a deadliner. And I also have a thesis to write on. So in that moment, why the hell I want to become the Secretary General, right? That's like totally crazy. I cannot even like take care of myself. Why will I take care like 800 delegates with like 30 secretariats and like with a tangible board of directors that are obviously not just one. So I don't know what's got to me. Maybe it's my craziness. Maybe it's the doses of the Panadol, or maybe it's just like I feel like the adrenaline rush to do this kind of thing. But I did it, and whatever that is, I'm really thankful for that. Um, I obviously think that it went fast is because I truly enjoy the experience. Like times just go faster when you actually enjoy doing something that you really love. And I think that's exactly what happened. And I couldn't just really being thankful to like my MC here, both of them, very tangible and like very funny. I want to thank like all my USG and DUSG. They're basically my kids, and I have basically the grandkids, which is like their kids. So they are really, really amazing. We are at one point we also think that we are depressed. I have a group in the WhatsApp called Depressed Elites because it's just how depressing ODMUN can be, but everything is worth it. I just love it so much that at one point I don't want it to stop. But at one point, the other part of me, I want it to stop because I'm getting old. So I don't want to say any sad things about this. Let's just enjoy the moment. And cheers for everything that we have done. We all did great. Not just the team of the ODMUN, the delegates, pat yourself on the back because you are actually a winner. Maybe you don't get awards, but you're still a winner. A winner means that you are get to do whatever you want, even though it means that you have to take out yourself from the comfort zone. That's what it matters. You are the winner. And thank you so much for all the board of directors here. We have a really, really like little bit of like time constraints, but you still manage to do the most tangible study guides that I have seen. And you did great today. So thank you so much for all of you. And thank you so much for my DUSG, Fahmi. God, the amount of calls that we have. I think my mom thinks that we are a couple, but thanks God we are not. So it just means that how like very, very open we are with each other. But that just means that I do love you, bro. You are my bro. No homo, but you're my bro. So, yes, thank you so much for everyone. I hope you have a great day. And maybe there will be ODMUN 4.0. So, go there and please donate to the Sandia Institute because it is for the Rohingya refugee in Aceh, Indonesia. So, please do that if you want the bank account. Always can you go to like the committee of ODMUN, and I will see you soon, maybe in real life. Thank you.
Madam, I love you, madam.
Thank you, mom. Best mom. The queen of hyping people
Yes,
up.
queen.
Yes, I was
Yes,
literally
I love
tearing.
her. I love
Yeah.
her.
I
Oh my
love, we
god.
love the section, and yeah.
Our
Yes.
Oh,
secretary general is
I forgot to
leader.
say this. I forgot to say this. I have a present for all of you. Take it. Take
Oh,
it. Put it in the
yeah.
pocket.
I thought it's gonna be boba tea or something.
Can we,
Oh my god, guys,
we're
I'm
still on
broke.
live stream,
Thank
guys.
you so
Guys, we're still on live stream. We're
Oh
still on
my
stream.
guys, we still
god.
have another we still have another
We get it,
agenda.
Dimas. We get it. We're not
But
Yes.
going to
Yeah.
take Indah away.
oh
Don't
my
worry.
god, stop. Okay. Thank you so much everyone for the delegates that looking at the YouTube right now. I'm so sorry for this. Thank you so much. I love all of you. I love every tangible, depressed, annoying, fun kids that you guys are. Thank you.
Woo. Thank you so much, Madam Secretary General. I literally have a special place in my heart with such a really connections with you. I was a little tearing up listening to your closing remarks because that's why so.
Where's your tears? I cannot see it.
So yes, thank you so much, Secretary General, to accept me be part of the secretariat. This really mean it. But like yes, let's proceed to the. Woo, this is also really amazing, Abang.
Amazing,
The
abang.
yes, fabulous Deputy Secretary General. Like
I
no
sit
one. Yes,
Deputy Secretary General.
yes, no one can compete. Without further ado, he was delegate of ISIS as well. Woo, the most cosplay thingy. Yes, without
The
further ado,
cosplay.
Mr. Fahmi Umar, the floor is yours.
Thank you, MC. Yeah, thank you so much for the floor, and perhaps some of you who are in OIC know me as the delegate of ISIS, Yes, I did messing around in OIC Council, but I'm not gonna make my speech long because I know that maybe some of you have some stuff to do. So yeah, hopefully you will have a pleasant moment throughout the session. It feels like we only just start ODMUN yesterday, but today, like we finally reached the end of our event, like literally. And I'd like to give tons of appreciation to those who have attended and enjoy the whole session of our conference. We hope that our event will bring many benefits for your future purposes. I also would like to express my deepest gratitude and appreciation to all of the hard work that has been done by our team and also respective board of directors for making this conference become more successful than before. Distinguished delegates, once one of my mentor ever said this to me when I was about to delegating to MUN conferences. And it really means a lot for me and for my development as well. And I always tell this to my kids, to my mentee, and to my junior as well. A word is a mere piece of paper or trophy. What is more important is a friendship because friendship will last long while a word does not impact that much. It has always been a fun time, learning experience joining this sort of event, be it you are the first timer or maybe experienced, delegate, chair, or maybe secretariat. So never stop learning, always seek new experience, and don't forget to stay hungry. With that being said, I wish you all the best of luck for your future endeavor, and hopefully our path will cross again in another occasion. Peace out, folks. Have a good day.
Tangible.
Wait, sorry. Tangible indeed. Tangible indeed. Woo. Our deputy,
Okay.
ISIS Deputy Secretary General, sorry.
Thank you so much to our Deputy Secretary General to deliver the closing remarks. Thank you for the experiences as well. It was tangible as our favorite word, everyone's favorite word, tangible. So yes, with that, okay. Well, really sad that this is the end of the online distancing and 3.0, Miss Vanessa.
It really is the end. No, not that context, but it is the end of the event, not that context.
Not the end, not the end. Like
No, not the end, not the end yet. Don't take it seriously.
Yes.
Okay. And I think we should have a mandatory photo session, definitely, right?
So yes,
Definitely
everyone,
mandatory photo
all of the
session.
chairs, all the secretariat. Please
Yes,
turn on the
Jose, even you
camera.
as well. There's no nose.
I cannot believe you wear the like flannel, Jose. Okay.
It's okay. I
No.
don't know, like this is the
No.
best.
I
Wait,
cannot.
what?
I'm not arguing with you now. Let's take a picture, guys.
Okay,
Sorry.
can we have everyone to turn on the camera, please?
The for
I'm already really
should we
fucking
continue?
Jose, stop!
For Secretary, should we
That's the whole
continue
last
the
board.
live streaming or should we?
Right.
Should we continue the live streaming or should we
Can we
end stream for
shut the
photo
live
session?
streaming first? Can we shut the live streaming because